So new this week is the completion of Elijah. It started last year as an access point to Black Snake. Black Snake goes down to Dewdrop. Black Snake being a black diamond is typically going to be a downhill for most people, but you can go up it. Nice. Trail conditions are just perfect, absolutely perfect today. Late July, it's warm, or late June, almost July, it's warm. Beautiful out. I mean, just bone dry, no dust. Still a little bit of moisture just to keep the dust down. But yeah, from Dewdrop, you can climb in and out. You can park or camp and access it there at the boat launch area, campgrounds. So this will be interesting. I didn't realize that it goes out further than I thought. Woo! I love this section. Once you get used to it and it's rolling smooth, there's like lots of little like hops and bumps all over the place. I will be working on the audio quality. I record the audio on the Chesty. I'm still working on how to get that figured out. For some reason I cannot get the angles. I like the DJI ecosystem of firmware updates, things like that. I always think that they've got very reliable product, but at the same time, they come up with great firmware and updates just to enhance your experience with the product. Oh, this is perfect. But yeah, I'd be interested in what you guys think if you've used both. I'd really like a little bit wider field of view with the chest. But that said, I prefer the trail view POV. I think it feels more like what it's really like to ride out here. Even though it's lower, I like that sense of where it's pointed. The speed, it's far more relatable, but we'll see. Always open to ideas or suggestions. Can't understand it. This is something I just started doing to help promote the trails, help get you guys some video of what it's like out here. So you can not only see the terrain, but also get a little bit of feedback about what's going on. You know, maybe some news or updates. And speaking of which, big news today. The trails were awarded thanks to the hard efforts of WCCBI and in particular Jim Decker, who's been a real champion of not just these trails, but also just any adventure or exploration of Warren County to help WCCBI. But a $100,000 grant for the expansion of the trails. Just amazing. It's going to connect with other access points, other activities like hiking, things like that, to really make the trails just part of a complete destination package. You know, you can come with a family. You know, if they don't ride, you don't have to feel like you've got to bring it home, because I've ridden for 25 years. I know exactly what that's like. You know, a lot of my time is cut short just to be respectful. Here's the new section. So right there is Ursus. And this is all brand new trail. This is amazing. So neat to be out here. I think after it was just cut. But yeah, making the trails that complete destination option. That way you and your family can enjoy the area, or you and your buddies, your girlfriend, your wife come out to the area. And it's not just about the trails. There's lots of activities. Although it's been super rainy this year and the river and water levels have been very high, Warren, with both really, really great river systems of the Allegheny River, which starts in this neck of the woods, and the Conowongo River, which was the PA River of the Year, I want to say 2 years ago, maybe 2 or 3. Either way, it's always a top contender just because it's such a nice river. There's big initiatives to keep the waters clean around here. But water sports have really grown. You know, from spring, definitely beginning of summer, Memorial Day on, the amount of vehicles with either boats on the roofs or just racks for boats has really, really grown. It always amazes me. So that tells me that, one, there's probably an influx of population coming to utilize the water system, and two, the average household has now adopted that as an activity. So that's fantastic. Again, having ridden for the years that I have as a road racer since really my teens, and to put tens of thousands of miles on these roads around here, to finally see all the land being utilized, it's just amazing. It's a dream come true. You know, because I'm not a mountain biker by habit. I would never call myself that, but I've mountain biked for the better part of 20 years on or off, and really it's just been logging roads. Now we have this. So, I mean, this is pretty darn amazing, and a lot of people think so. But yeah, that extra $100,000 worth of proceeds going to help expand this is just going to be phenomenal to help connect other areas around Kinzua. And if you've never been to Kinzua, or even if you've come to the trails and never paid attention to the lake itself, it extends all the way from over by Kane, Pennsylvania, into Salamanca, New York. And there is a variety of terrain. What you experience once you get up near Onaville, near Salamanca, New York, on the northern side of the lake, very different looking. Big mountains, that's ski territory up there. This is hilly terrain. You get over by Tracy Ridge, excellent hiking and camping out there. That's kind of the combo of where you're getting into bigger hills, but still steep and sharp, getting up those things. Oh, like this. This is a nice surprise. Looks like it doubles back up here. So this will be new. I'm kind of narrating this with no experience of what's coming. So if I dab or touch down, hopefully don't wreck. Hopefully you guys forgive me. Some people have asked how I can talk and ride. I hope to think I'm in fairly decent shape, riding as much as I do. That's one part of it. But also teach like a spin class. And before you get all judgy, it's a pretty intense spin class. We have really nice stages machines. That's through the local Y. They spent a ton of money getting these incredible machines that have very aggressive geometry, great head units with stages power meters. All that stuff can be uploaded through your training devices. But yeah, doing those high intensity workouts and trying to talk and teach kind of preps you for this. Holy cow, this is beautiful. Decent climb too. Whew. All right. It looks like on the map that this comes out to our dirt road section. So we'll see. Again, I've never been out here, so this is all new to me. I know a few people have ridden it. Oh, wow. This is just beautiful. Unbelievable. Let's see what this is. That is so awesome. Wow. Again, kudos to the builders. I mean, as you can see as I'm riding by, look at these giant rocks. I mean, so they take these, you know, huge boulders and move them around, or just build to them and create these really interesting flowing ideas that just make the trail so enjoyable and so unique, give it fantastic characteristics and personality. I mean, that's the one thing I'll say about the trails at Jake's Rocks. They've got so much personality. And it's snowboarded for quite a few years, and trails were like that when you were on slopes. You know, a lot of trails were the same, but you'd get some with lots of different personality. Some you like, some you favored, you could do all day. Same thing here. Some are wet, some are dry, some are through just thick, lush, green, gigantic rock forests. Then you have this, it's a little bit more open, some smaller vegetation, these boulders versus house-sized rocks. Yeah, great stuff. Holy cow. It's like the first real heat that we've had. And yesterday was perfect. 80s, no humidity. Today it's a little bit more humid. Calling for some chances of rain over the weekend. Not a washout, so if you can get here, do so. You gotta try this. Holy cow. This is amazing. Just meanders through the woods here. It mentioned in my Seneca to Black Snake POV, trying to do a couple things to speed up the process to get videos out, because believe it or not, riding mountain bikes isn't what I do for a living and making videos. So I scoot out here just because I've got the flexibility to do so, you know, give myself a couple hour window gap. But the editing is becoming the longer process, just because, you know, you're dealing with 17, 18-minute videos now just for the trail POVs. And that's a lot to kind of slice up, move the audio around. Again, I record audio on one, take the audio out of the other one, and then match them up. And then from time to time, I've been splitting the views. I might continue to do that to highlight a section. But yeah, working on a couple different ideas. I'm an Apple product user, use Final Cut Pro for most of my editing when it comes to my commercial work. That's nice. But really, to do the point of views and have it render out, I just don't want it to work with that file, so I've been working on using some iPad apps. I believe it's called Luminosity is the one that's recommended. That's what I did the last video on. So hopefully I can churn videos out a little bit quicker, help keep my insanity or help keep my sanity, keep me from going insane. There's proof right there. But for the first few videos, it took me twice as long as the rides to get them edited, and they weren't complicated. Vlogs can be a little bit more complicated because I'm, you know, trying to produce something that's worth watching for a couple minutes that isn't the trails, and it's me, and I wouldn't watch me for a couple minutes. So yeah, where are we going? Trying to keep looking up at where this is going to. I can't tell. It's pretty challenging. I mean, it's been ups and downs, nothing really crazy. That hairpin was a little tough to the climb. This might be the road up here. I'm thinking, for sure looks like we're at the top of a hill. Doesn't look like, looks like the top of the tree line's right there. So let's see. Yeah, I see a sign up here. So yeah, this is the gravel road. Tuttle Town Road.